Barb stallion. So day 2 started off much like day 1 did. I do always like to do a check-in with my horses before I interact with them for the day, see how they're feeling. And so I started off day 2 very basic, very easy, where again I just kind of entered the stall into his space to see how he would react. And he was much more comfortable with me approaching. He would let me get much closer. So he willingly came over, ate hay out of my hand. You can see from the video I do have, and I will apologize because I only have a few short clips from day 2. Turns out when you spend like 8 hours training with your horse and videotaping it, you run out of battery and storage space quite quickly. So my phone cut out on day 2 pretty early on. So I only have a few minutes to share with you. But day 2, we did a lot of, again, just being in his space, letting him be around me, seeing what his comfort level was, which was much improved. We then moved on again to approach and retreat like we had done with day 1. I did like that there was less avoidance behavior from him on day 2. Day 1, if you watch, you'll see that his head turns away from me at times, kind of like the, if I don't look at you, you're not there. Day 2, he's much more engaged with me, more interested, actually reaching out. And then you'll see also on day 1, where I demonstrated the approach and retreat. When he would look at me, I would actually release the pressure and back away from him. Day 2, when I would do this, he actually started to follow me, which was a really positive sign to see that he was comfortable enough to come towards me. We progressed on day 2 to using the stick and string. So this works as an extension of your arm, gives you more distance from the horse when you start to do those first touches with them so that you can stay safe, just in case there's any unexpected reactions. With the stick and string, when I would start to touch him, he would flinch a lot. Throughout the day, that got less and less, and over several days, we finally got that to go away. But it was very pronounced at first. And I found also that he was much more comfortable on his right side than his left, which is a bit reverse for most horses. He also turned out to be very head shy. So I stuck to his more comfortable areas, which were his shoulder and his wither area. We gradually were able to increase the area that I could touch him with the stick over. And another really huge thing for us on day 2, that was different from day 1. Day 1, when I went in to muck his pen out, it was too much for him. He would actually go to the other side of the stall until I was done. Versus day 2, he stood still. So I could walk around him, walk around with the muck bucket even, and he was comfortable to stay standing and just watch and remain in place though. So that was great to see that he was comfortable with that. That was a big improvement from day 1. So day 2, though it wasn't a real, again, exciting training video to watch, and again, I apologize, I only have a few minutes worth, it did lead us into day 3 where we start to really get into working him, moving his feet around, starting to have him, read my body language, I'm reading his body language, and we're moving him off of that. So thanks for joining for day 2, and I hope you stay tuned for day 3 when things start to get a bit more exciting. Thank you so much.